Is now the time to be sort of stirring up internal debate when actually
this is not an internal debate. This is not an internal debate. I have always highlighted Islamophobia, and the Conservative Party have highlighted it in my own party, highlighting the Ford report, which has said that there is a hierarchy of racism at play when it comes to Islamophobia and anti-black racism. In terms of what we need to do now, law and order is an important part of the answer, but it is not the silver bullet. Unless we address the fact that we have a deeply unequal country where living standards have fallen the lowest since records began, that people are dependent on food banks, that wages have been flatlining.
Well, so you need to offer different answers
an economic
to
solution,
these people who are taken to the streets.
An economic solution where our communities feel invested, that they feel supported, that they don't feel left behind. We have an NHS on its knees. We have our public services crumbling. And what has happened is politicians, rather than address their own failings at this, have pointed to migrants, who have pointed to Muslims, and this is what we're seeing. So we need to address the structural economic issues, which politicians just don't want to do, and instead distract, blame, scapegoat others to get people's attention elsewhere, and it's unacceptable, and this is a product of that.
But the context is different now because people are also in Parliament with very controversial views you don't like.
I mean, Parliament is a democratic institution, and we've all been elected, and we all have the same rights and responsibilities. What I struggle with is how people do not take those responsibilities seriously, where they use the platform of Parliament and those green benches to perpetuate hate, to perpetuate division, and that needs to be condemned by everyone.
OK, Zara Sultana, thank you very much indeed for joining us. I suppose I wrongly called you a Labour MP. I mean, you were elected as a Labour MP, but you're not a Labour MP right now because the whip was withdrawn.
I believe kids shouldn't be in poverty, in avoidable poverty, and that's why the whip was withdrawn.
Because you voted for the SNP amendment. So,
to scrap the two-child benefit cap.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Now, I suppose I should also just make clear that we've been calling this rioting across the UK. So far, there hasn't been rioting in Scotland. There has been trouble in the other nations of the UK, but not yet in Scotland. And I know a lot of our Scottish viewers want us to make that clear, which I'm happy to.